On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the play. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked by Pierre Desir, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Past the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and that'll bring up second down. This is Hines. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the toss play, this is Drake. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts. But now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And it's caught by Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jabal Sheard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
To try again after the sack. Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And it's taken in at the 9.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
They'll start the drive with Drake. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now on first down, Drake again. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the Colts' 46-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 24 is the mark. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. We're going to 54. Why in?
Prescott from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
At the 32-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They run with Hines. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Go right in. Against the mic. You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Hines. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Brissett now. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, 47.
On 2nd and a couple. Prescott throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle here to Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, 96 is coming. We're going to mark. Hey, watch your leg.
They go play action with Brissett. Steps away to his left. Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
That's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Motion. Check. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Watch the slant. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
53 at the mic. 53 at the mic.
Hey, keep it up.
Check. 53.
And the blitz does come. It's complete to Graham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. First down, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rakiasin. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Brissett into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. That 2nd down play nets a -4. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go, First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Justin Houston in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19, and they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Got it. 96, Mike 96. Bound to lose one.
We got tight left, tight left.
4 down, 4 down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mike 96, Mike 96.
From the gun, here's the set. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
53, Mike, go. Go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught at the 25. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, an 80-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Miami. Returnable for Grant. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And here he's got Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. On the crossing route, complete. That's Parker. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. On 1st and 10, Prescott. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
46, 46.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott, and he's going to go down again. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Prescott. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Let's go, let's go.
Brissett to throw on 1st. And he rifles one incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
59, Mike. 59.
Throwing. Brissett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get off the field, defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready, go. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. I think probably just trying to draw them off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Check 59, Mike.
Now Brissett on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, here's an option play. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Colts pick it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Go. 15 line. 15 line. Keep it up, guys. Let's go.
One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Indianapolis, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.